Hi guys, Mrs. Sullivan here with another tutorial on hand sewing. Today we're going to be doing backstitch. So backstitch is a sewing or embroidery technique that involves making stitches in the opposite direction of the general sewing direction. So we're going to do basically a running stitch and then we're going to backtrack. It's great for reinforcing seams, outlining, repairing things, or sewing in zippers. I'm going to show you what we need to do and what we need. Okay, so some supplies we're going to need to make a backstitch are a piece of felt, our thread, I'm using embroidery thread again, needle, and some scissors. First, we're going to start by threading our needle. Make sure you have a nice sharp point, cut on an angle, just like that. Then you're going to take the needle, okay, and you're going to fish it through the hole of, or the eye of the needle. Okay, just like that. And you're going to take about an arm's length. Cut it off. The other side. And you're going to tie a knot. Wrap it around your fingers and pull through. You have a nice little knot there. Okay, I'm going to trim off some excess. Okay. Move all my other stuff away. And now we're going to start our backstitch. So the backstitch is very similar to a running stitch. However, we're going to do something a little bit differently today. Okay, so we're going to go to the back of our fabric. Okay. Go up. Pull it all the way through. And we're going to, instead of go forward, we're going to go backwards. I'm going to go backwards here, pull it through, and we have our first stitch. Then we're going to go past it. We're going to go past just to about here, and then we're going to go back to this first stitch here. So we're going to go through the back. You can see through the back right there what we have so far. Going to come up with our needle right about there. You want the stitches to be even. Going to come up, and then we're going to go back to that first stitch we made right here. Go back down through that first original stitch we made, pull it through. And as you can see, the stitches are now very close together. The back side, you see there's a lot more stitching back there than a regular running stitch. So we're going to continue on about the same distance. I'm going to try to make them as even as possible. Right about there. Okay, about the same distance. I'm going to come up once again. And go back through that original hole again. So you see we have 3 stitches now, and the back side is a little bit messier, but it is more secure. It's a more secure stitch. It's great for using stuff for edging as far as a pillow goes, so you don't get any of those breakthroughs like a regular running stitch would. Now it's a little bit hard to see because you're going through the back. So I also have this, which is a transfer, and you could make an even line and then stitch along that line so you get a nice even start. So I'm going to go like this. I have my measuring tool here, and I'm going to just draw a line with my embossing tool. Go through, and now I have a line that I could guide myself with. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit different approach. I'm going to come through the back and on this line. Okay, I'm going to come up. Okay, I'm going to go back. But this time I'm going to do more of a rocking stitch. So I'm going to come down and come right back up in one swoop. Okay, I'm going to once again go back through that original stitch. And I'm going to go just past the other stitch again. But I have that little line to follow now, so it makes it easier for me to bring my needle up. Okay, once again, go back to that stitch and go back up on the other side. It's a little bit quicker. You could also use this for decorative touches if you wanted to do a design. Back again, through that there. Once again, I have my line, very faint, but it's there so I can see it, and I can make my stitches straighter. Okay. As you can see. Okay. And if you see, I did a back stitch here to close up these two edges. And if you see here, you can see exactly where the stitches are. And it makes it definitely more secure. There's not little holes inside of each of those. Okay. In order to finish off my back stitch, what I would do is I would go back into that last hole there. That was where I was going to end it. Okay. And then from the back side, I would grab a little bit of the stitch in the back, bring it through, and I would bring it through twice. Once and twice, securing it in a knot. You'll see it goes all the way down to the surface to secure my knot. And then I can simply trim off the excess. And there we go. That is our back stitch.